Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. It is Thursday, June 17th. Had a great night last night with our youth group, Crash. We're now breaking into three groups. So I'm looking for another guy leader if anybody out there is interested in leading a group of young boys. Anyway, we're in Matthew chapter 26. I'm going to be reading verses 31 through 35. This is after the Passover meal that Jesus had with his disciples. Then Jesus told them, "This very night you will fall away on account of me. For it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I have risen, I will go ahead of you into Galilee." Peter replied, "Even if all fall away on account of you, I never will." "I tell you the truth," Jesus answered, "this very night before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. But Peter declared, "Even if I have to die with you, I will never disown you." And all the other disciples said the same. Interesting, isn't it? It's easy to be bold until you're forced with reality. Peter and the rest of the disciples said they would be willing to die for Jesus. But did they? No, they all hid. And Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Easy to point the finger at them, but I can understand that. I mean, we're going to be getting into it in the days ahead now of just how bad Jesus suffered. We're going to read verses where it says no one has ever suffered like him. His face didn't look like a human being anymore. So even though Peter and the disciples said that they would die for him and follow him, when they saw what Jesus looked like after he was brutally beaten, I can understand why they would have backed up and go, whoa, is this something that I really want to go through? Now, eventually, they all died martyrdom. But that was when they had received the Holy Spirit and had the power of the Spirit with them, which you and I have. Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, John. So I guess the question for us is, how many times have we made promises to someone, sometime maybe even swearing on your death? I swear to God that you can count on me, and then not follow through. I've had someone recently promise me 4 weeks in a row that they were going to be there at Collision at 5 o'clock to help set up. And I haven't seen that person yet. So what do? I stop counting on them. I'm not going to count on someone whose word is not good. You can't count on someone whose word is not good. And if someone has let you down several times, you're certainly going to expect the worst again. Well, it's no different how people react to you if your promises are not good. If you promise you're going to do something and you don't do it, then people are going to react to you the same way. I don't care how nice a person you are. I don't care how strong your faith is. If your word is no good, people are not going to count on you. I hate to think of how many times people have let me down. Good people that have let me down. That's why I make certain that I follow through on my word. If I say I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, I'm usually there early. And people respect that. Morning, Sandy. People respect that when you're dependable. So if this is you not following through in your promises, then don't expect people to respect you. They're not going to respect someone whose word is not good. I don't care how strong your faith is. I don't care how much you do for other people. It's your word that counts. And Peter and the other disciples swore to Jesus. They swore to Jesus that they would be there for him. But they weren't. And I guess Jesus knew that, because Jesus predicted to Peter, before the crow crawled tonight, you're going to deny me 3 times. Now imagine all 12 disciples did not follow through on their promise to Jesus. All 12 of them Not a single one. Not a single one came through in their promise. I can only imagine how much that must have hurt Jesus. After everything he did for them, living life with them, ministering to them seeing all of his miracles that he did, all the teaching that he did to them, for them to just abandon him. So again, how good is your word? How good is your word? I've never seen anybody yet that's respected whose word was no good. And I've seen many people who are respected because the word was good. Jesus tells us this earlier. We looked at this earlier in Matthew, where it talks about oaths. Don't make an oath. An oath is literally a promise. So he says this. Jesus said, again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, do not break your oath, but keep the oaths you have made to the Lord. But I tell you, do not swear at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by earth, for it is a footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. And do not swear by your head, for you cannot make even one hair white or black. Simply let your yes be yes, and your no, no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. You shouldn't have to see. If someone says, can I count on you to be there? It should just be yes. It shouldn't be, oh, I swear to God I'm going to be. You can count on me. I swear to God I'm going to. You shouldn't have to say all that. What Jesus is saying. You should just have to be able to say yes. And when you say yes, people know that your yes is yes. And if you know you can't do it, then say no. Don't say you're going to do something if you know you're not going to be able to, just to be a nice guy or a nice girl, woman. Yet your yes be no and your no, no. So if someone says, can you help me this Saturday, Jim? And I say, no, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not even going to be around this Saturday. Let your yes be yes and your no, no. So how good is your promises? How good is your promises to others? How dependable are you? Can people count on you? When you say yes, do you mean yes? Is it yes? And when you say no, is it no? Do you mean no? Or do you kind of waver all over the place? If you want to be respected, truly respected, one of the best things you can do is to be dependable, is to do the things that you say you're going to do. And not even the promises. Remember, we just read here where Jesus says, you don't need to make promises. You don't need to swear. Just let your yes be yes and your no, no. Is that you? Oh, I hope so. I hope that's you. Thank you for joining us this morning. As you know, it's going to be 9 o'clock every day now, except for Wednesdays. Wednesdays is 8 o'clock. Otherwise, it'll be 9 o'clock every day. And we'll do this at least through the summer anyway, and then we'll reevaluate when fall comes again, and we get back to children get back to school, and we get back to schedules. So share this if it meant something to you, and thank you for watching these videos. Every one of you are important to me. You watching these videos, John. You watching these videos every morning. It shows me how dependable you are. Shows me how your yes is yes and your no is no. And this is true for others that are watch us on a regular basis also. God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Bye.